Common phrase we love to use with anything barbell is bend the bar. Now it does apply for any type of bar that you're gripping. So if you're thinking pull-ups, yes, it applies. Any type of straight bar, what you're trying to do with this cue is create tension where you're getting the lats to engage, chest becomes up, shoulders externally rotate, shoulder blades pack down, ribs get tucked underneath, hips get parallel. We're eliciting a lot of change with just bend the bar, bend the bar, bend the bar. That's gonna be our cue as we go with this one. So if we have Kirill here and she's doing a deadlift, if she does not naturally bend the bar. You cannot bend this metal, but if I yell bend the bar and I cue her lats, or I tap, 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 or I pull them back actively, notice her chest goes up and flat, the bar gets sucked into the body. So now that center of gravity aligns with the center of mass, which is the actual weight. And that's what we want in order to elicit that change. So bend the bar is teaching a client how to try and snap that metal. And ultimately you can say, I want to see the insides of your arms when you're eliciting more change from them when you're having that one-on-one dialogue afterwards about why it is that you're trying to get that. But just use snap the bar here. Now this applies, again, anything barbell. So if you're doing a pull-up, it works that way too. So your lats get engaged and you can pull all the way through. Also works in the case where Kirill here is now going to safely put on her back as we're going to do a back squat. If she just has a real loose open grip, notice the elbows are wobbling. She's actually leaning quite heavily far forward because she doesn't have that ability to engage and create tension through the entire body. So now if we tell her, Kirill, snap that bar, bend that bar, notice that the elbow is pulled directly underneath, really rigid, so much more vertical here as she is going with that position. Chest is up, and she's got her rib cage and her pelvis now aligned as opposed to here where it wasn't. It was collapsed. She couldn't get into what's called inhalation to get air throughout her entire diaphragm and sternum to get her rib cage to expand to create the tension in her body that she needed in order to go down and up. So with a squat, if I'm behind and giving that cue, I'm gonna like bend that bar, bend that bar, bend that bar. I'm gonna pull through the lats and I'm gonna tap her here, or I'm gonna think pull the elbows nice and up and underneath so that she knows how to pull them down to pack through, right? Now, your last example would be a classic chest press. We're not gonna go and set you up on a bench press, but imagine